Today's video, should you live with in-laws? I know, Carl. It sounds like it. It sounds like a really dumb idea from my personal perspective, but let's look at the pros and cons of that situation, shall we? There are some pros to it. If you have kids, then you have a built-in babysitter. Yeah. So you have a babysitter. Now, I'm not necessarily saying is a free babysitter. That's one of the gotchas to the situation. There may be a case of, I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of thing with the babysitter, where they maybe want, financial reward, shall we say, for watching their own grandkids. It's messed up, I know. Or they may want you to do a favor in return for watching their kids. So my personal opinion is, do you want to be in that situation where you're trading favors with relatives? It sounds like a bad scenario, which is going to cause some long stares over Christmas dinner, shall we say, is that there's going to be fights eventually. The other bad thing about living with family is fights. No marriage is perfect. That's a golden rule. Okay. If your marriage is perfect, if your marriage is perfectly calm and everything's serene, something is going wrong somewhere. And there's going to be a blow up eventually, because no marriage is ever perfect. You're going to have fights. The problem is, especially if you're sharing a fairly small house, when you have a fight, the entire family is now brought into this fight. Mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, whoever lives with you is now brought into the center of this fight. Do you really want the whole family involved in your personal disagreements in your marriage? Sounds like a really, really bad thing. And then, the more people you have involved in a fight, the more bad feelings are going to be thrown around. The more people you're going to have injecting their opinion into the fight. It sounds like a recipe for disaster living in the same house, because everybody has different personality traits as well. So some people like it a certain way, some people like it a different way. You're all under the same house, under the same roof. Eventually, you're going to rub each other up the wrong way with your personality traits of maybe someone leaving dirty dishes somewhere, or somebody leaving their underwear on the floor that really super annoys you. Annoys the you-know-what out of you. And you're going to deal with it for maybe 2-3 weeks, and you're not going to say anything. And then you're going to say, "Hi, Koya Bob, quit doing that. You know what? Stop doing that." And there's going to be a big blow-up. So the blow-ups can happen just because you're living with relatives. It doesn't have to be a blow-up in the marriage. You can have a perfect marriage, but you can still have blow-ups with relatives. And the relatives are also going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you in your marriage, and maybe trying to give you some good advice, shall we say, on raising the kids. You may not want that advice, let's say, because their ways may be very different to your ways. That's another problem. Some of the advantages are that, you get to share bills. So you'll have, instead of having 2 electric bills for 2 different houses, you have 1 electric bill. You'll be able to share a few things. Maybe, if you're lucky, share food. You can share resources. So economically and budget-wise, yes, it's a lot cheaper for the whole family to live under the same roof, especially if they're going to do babysitting for you, or if they're going to help you by, going up the markets and buying food and stuff like that. If they're going to do things like that, they're helpful. But there's a trade-off. And obviously that trade-off is that your family is going to be sticky-beaking into your business 24/7, 365. You are going to need a vacation. You're not going to need a vacation from the kids or from work or any of that stuff. You're going to need a vacation from your family. And that could also be a problem if your family want to come with you on the vacation. If you want to say, hey, I'm gonna go up to the north of the country for a little bit, I'm gonna get away from it all, your family are gonna be like, well, why aren't you taking me? I'm gonna come with you. You can't talk to them and say, hey, I'm doing this because I wanna get away from you guys. That's kind of rude to say that stuff, even if it's reality. Because it comes down to a core concept, and people in a long distance relationship often know this one, is that spending time apart makes the relationship stronger. You spend time, and that includes family members. You spend time away from family members, you will have a stronger relationship with them because you will value time you spend together. You spend time away from your spouse, whether it's just 8 hours when you're working or whether it's 8 months because you're in a long distance relationship. You will value the time you spend together when you're finally back together. You won't value the time you have with your extended family because you're all under the same roof, all annoying each other constantly. Do you get what I'm getting at in this video? Living with your family under the same roof may make financial sense, especially if you're just starting out and you've just got married and just trying to find your way and trying to find a good job and everything else. It may be sensible for that, but you guys are going to annoy the you-know-what out of each other, period. You're going to annoy each other. It's human nature to annoy each other. That is basically, that is the way it is. It's people rub each other the wrong way all the time. Watch TV. You'll see that on TV, on the news all the time, as people get annoyed with each other. That is the reality of life. That's why they call it reality. People get annoyed with each other. You're going to get annoyed with your in-laws and you have a big fight. And maybe at some point, somebody's going to throw their weight around, who decides they're going to be the head of the household, and says, hey, you two, it's not working out, you two leave. Now you get kicked out of the house. Now you're homeless. Is it worth that kind of risk? I think it's much, much, much better to have your own roof, where you have your own privacy. You can control everything that happens under that roof. It's your place. That way, even if you love your family, you love your parents, you have a place that's private where you spend time away from them. You can still visit them every day of the week if you want. It doesn't matter. But if you choose not to visit them, you can. If you choose not to spend time with them, you can. And they are not going to be involved in every decision you make in your life. Because if they are, then guess what? You haven't grown up. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Click down there, like, share, and subscribe.